Hi, you guys. Welcome to your new week, and let's go home and check out your announcements. Make sure that you understand that your announcements are listed here, and this is where those videos that I'm making end up being. Ooh, don't know what that was. Okay, I tried to reach you guys to clarify the research assignment, design your own commemorative work before you submitted it so that you understood that your mock-up was not due until this week. A lot of people were giving me um, artwork with their designing your commemorative work assignment, but that is not required until this week, okay? And that's going to be under assignments called mock up your design from your commemorative work. So we'll look at that and so you can see what that looks like. Design to mock up, all right? So a mock-up is defined to make a simple copy of something that you will later make or do properly in order to test it or show people what it will be like, all right? So this is a hands-on assignment. All I'm asking you to do is create a mock-up with a concept drawing or a small-scale sculpture or a collage of your project from your research assignment, design, and commemorative work. And I'm asking you, be creative, spend some time, find a way to represent your idea. Please document with a photograph and post your picture of your mock-up here. Okay? And if you don't know how to post a picture, here's how to upload an image to an assignment on Canvas. Alrighty. Some of you have already done this, so it'll be very easy for you to complete this project. All right, let's go back to modules and go to the weekly schedule. Just real clearly, June 25th through July 1st, chapters 4 and 5. Okay, that's where we're at. Look at 4 and 5. So 3, you just learned about the artistic elements, right? And in 4, we start to look at the artistic principles, okay? Visual balance, repetition, scale and proportion, emphasis, time and motion, unity and variety. And so a lot of things here to see. Your journal prompts, you have both journal prompts for chapter 4 and chapter 5. Again, a little bit about journal prompts. If it says up here, you can choose at least one of these prompts. You may do others for extra credit. Means you only really have to choose one of these, okay? You have to do one for each chapter, but if you intend to get more points, you can certainly do more of these prompts. You can do all 3, you can do 2, you can do just 1, but definitely do at least 1 from each chapter. That's what I'm asking you to do, okay? Some of them are quite extensive, so there's a lot to do in one prompt, and I would understand if you didn't want to do more than one. I completely understand and get that. So, all right, chapter 5 is about finding meaning, and that is all a little bit about more about objective and subjective. We've talked about that already, but this gives you a little more in-depth idea about what that means. In our discussion about what is art, what does it mean, to you, what is art to you? This will give you a little more detail and idea of like how to look at art and the way other people are talking about art when they write about it and discuss it. So there's this formal level of meaning, subjective level of meaning, the contextual level of meaning, the iconography associated with that piece maybe. Iconography is really about symbols, okay? So there's often symbols in work that aren't clearly symbols, like a cross is a clear symbol. But a candle that's lit in a candelabra and none of the other candles are lit, that's a symbol too. And so you'll learn a little bit more about that. We see a lot of that in Renaissance art and around work that is associated with church and religious subjects. Okay, so again, there's that. July 1st, gender bias in the arts. That's due pretty soon. That's a that's a small discussion that I'm asking you to participate in. You are required to read and listen, look at what I'm asking you to look at, and then post a comment about it in the discussion. And then please comment to another of your students on their discussion. Have fun with it. Have a discussion. That's what discussions are about. Okay, so upcoming in the next few weeks, you're going to have a visit a gallery assignment, which is part of your midterm assignment. There'll be a midterm quiz and then or test, and then there will be a write gallery assignment. Like you'll have to write about going to see art. So that being said, I want to share with you a little bit some museums that I've been looking at. I think I might have shared with you the Oakland Museum already. And the next few things I want to share with you are kind of interesting and more experimental. Okay, so I just recently went to see the Museum of Ice Cream, and that is located in San Francisco and on Grant and Market in an old bank building. And I was completely seduced by their marketing, all the pictures I've seen all over Instagram and Facebook, and it looked really fun. And so I went ahead and I spent the $35, yes, $35 to go to this museum. It's just almost as expensive as SF MoMA. And I thought to myself, okay, this better be pretty spectacular. And it was fun and it was interesting, but I have to say that it was probably more interesting for children because it's very bright and colorful. And as you can see, it's got a lot of things going on with it. There's ice cream. They give you all kinds of things as you walk through this experience, and it's fun. Okay, so I will sort of recommend it, but as far as art goes, not so much. Very poppy. If you like pop art and you like ice cream and candy, and it's super fun. Okay, so that's it. It's just fun, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But and then on the other side of that, the flip side is I went to the Exploratorium, and I got tickets to go see the Tactile Dome. And the Tactile Dome is a geodesic dome that you walk through or climb through in complete darkness, and you have to feel your way through to find the entrances and the exits. And it's really a great time. They do have an after dark Thursday night at the Exploratorium, adults only. So if you don't have children and you want to just go and do this as a fun thing, get tickets beforehand. They were $15 a person to go do Tactile Dome only. And then often depends on the day, but you can get to the Exploratorium and all the interesting scientific stuff that's happening inside there at the same time if it's the dome and the museum are open at the same time. Okay, the other thing that's happening at this museum is the inflatables, expanding works of art. And this is all inflatable works of art done by these artists. Okay, and you can that's part of the museum. So if you're going to the museum, you'll see it at the same time. If not, you can plan a visit just to see this. Up to you. This is really kind of an interesting work, and I think it's important to kind of go and see it. So I haven't seen it yet, but I will. Here's a little video about it, and we'll watch a tiny bit of that, and then you'll see what it is. So you can see it's kind of fun. It's really about, it's an installation piece. These are all installation works. So some of them you can walk through, walk under, walk around, and they're inflatable. So that's a lot of fun as well. The Tactile Dome, let's see if I can show you a little bit of that. So here's a video that I really like you to watch, and it'll give you a little more idea of what the experience is there with the Tactile Dome. I will place a link for it with this recording, and it's fun. I mean, it is really fun. And $15, it's kind of worth it. You can take more than one person with you. The other thing that I went to visit was some galleries at 49 Geary Street. 49 Geary is about 6 or 7 floors. And on the 4th and 5th floor, there's several galleries that you can walk through. One of the galleries is the Robert Koch Gallery. And this exhibition with Andrix large-scale photographs is what I just saw there. And I have to say that visually, online, they don't really look like anything. They're just like walls, and you think, big deal, so what? But when you actually see these things sort of in front of you, these are large-scale photographs that have been taken with a large view camera, so 8 by 10. So that's a huge negative, right? So what happens with that is that you get a lot of detail, and this detail is not lost on these photographs at all. You can be standing next to them and looking at them and swear up and down that they really have this 3D quality to them. And so he's taking these photographs of walls. He searches all over the place for them and then goes back and photographs, depending on the light. This one was really just a surprise. All of these little tiles, they look like real tiles, like collage. So anyway, often we find things at 49 Geary at each of the galleries. There's the Robert Koch Gallery, there's the Frankel Gallery, there's the Haynes Gallery, all with different kinds of work, photographic, painting, 3D, whatever. So it's a great place to go and look around if you are looking for a place to see a lot of galleries in San Francisco at one time. All right, so I think that's it for the week. Please send me any questions, concerns that you might have, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I think that's it. Okay. Look for my answers and my responses to your research assignments. I'll try and work on those first, and so that you have a clear idea if there's anything I have to suggest in terms of how to go about mocking that up. But probably you guys will figure it out. Okay. All right. So have a great week. Thanks. Bye.